Well, I remember talking to you. I think it was last year, a couple years ago, when you said, coming back to Tucson was almost like a fairy tale for you. Being a part of this staff and this new chapter of Arizona football, how do you kind of sum it up?
Uh, it's a fairy tale. Absolutely. Just continuing fairy tale. Just very excited. I know Coach Fish, obviously from previous relationships and what have you. So I'm and the people that he has hired at this point, that have joined the staff. I mean, it's just very, very exciting to say the least.
And when did you first encounter Coach Fish, or was this the first conversation that you've had with him?
No, we he and Coach Hunley have a relationship from before, and so Ricky and I had a lunch, and Jed was there, and then we've had some conversation since then. Again, I know Coach Fish and he knows me, and so it was a very comfortable relationship, to say the least.
And sharing the secondary with DeWayne Walker, what's your relationship like with him, and what are you looking forward to working with him?
And that you talk about a blessing. I mean, a guy that's been there, done that in the NFL, in college. I mean, and we've already developed a really, great relationship in the 3 or 4 days that we've been together. I know of him from before, and he's worked with a lot of people that I know, and so we're really kind of familiar with each other, and so we think about the secondary the same way. We've already came to that conclusion. So just looking forward to getting after it.
As a proud alum, as a former member of the team, current member of the organization, how much pain did it cause you to watch the Wildcats, lose 12 straight games, the last one, being that kind of nightmare against Arizona State?
Ooh, some things are hard to really put into words. I've been in some low places in my life, but clearly I think everybody, especially on this call, know how I feel or don't feel about the Tempe Normal. So I'm still a little shook up over it, and it's something that it reminds me virtually on a daily basis, motivates me. So, and which is a good thing. It's what, when you have problems and hurdles in life to overcome, it kind of helps remind you of the work that you need to do and that you need to put in to get things right.
Talking to some alumni, they describe that you've been wanting this job for a long time to get back to Tucson. Can you just talk about the feeling of being back with the university?
Yeah, Troy, I tell you what, it has been just an amazing, last few days, just from the point of driving back into Tucson. And when I saw the first "Welcome to Tucson" sign, it just reminded me so much of the days when I committed on my recruiting trip. As a kid, and you're flying on the plane for the first time, and you've never seen mountains, you've never seen palm trees, and everything was just new and fresh. The sky was so clear, come from cloudy skies, and a little different coming from California. But I just had those same feelings in my gut that this was going to be a good thing. And it's been a long time coming. And I'm just so excited about it. I can't keep the kids out of my office, try to get some work done, but you just sit there and you just start talking, you start telling stories, and it's just like getting back on the horse.
Hey, Rick, what is the difference from when you're coaching the NFL guys to when you're coaching college kids?
Nothing. You know, the speed of the game is different, but coaching the guys, you're coaching the same way. I mean, players don't care until they know you care. And when they know you care and they know that you can help them to get better, then they're all in. And I think that, you know, like Coach said, it's personal, you know, and so you got to have a personal relationship with these kids first. And once you have that, I mean, you can push them as hard as you need to push them to get them to do the right thing, because they all want to succeed. They all want to have success. They all want to have an opportunity to go to that next level. And when you have guys that are, you know, hungry and willing, it's going to be a fun time here. You know, I'm really excited. I mean, the last few days I've been trying to get work and do evaluations and catch up. And it's been the hardest thing because I've been so excited just being in this atmosphere, talking to these guys, just, you know, just talking about the old days and what it was like when I played and, you know, and why did I come here? And, you know, and how important it is to, you know, to live up to the standards of being a Wildcat, you know, because we prided ourselves on running to the football, run to the football. When you run to the football, you take their breath away. You know, when you run to the football and you got 5 to 6 people, you know, ganging on the tackle, you know, balls come out, big things happen. And those are all the things that the players control. So it's not any magic. It's just got to be want to. It's got to be willing to do it. And it's easy to see, you know, any change in speed on the tape is a loaf. I mean, if you're loafing, you're not going to be on the field. So get your mindset ready to run to the football. Okay.
The Arizona football program, the golden era under Dick Tomey was known for its defense. How can you help with kind of restoring that identity and getting Arizona back to playing good defense again?
Well, you know, Coach Fish and I share a similar philosophy on how the game should be played. I mean, obviously that's why I'm here. You know, he believes in running the football, complementary throw game, but being aggressive and playing through your defense. And, you know, the whole thing is, you know, different stops I've made over my career. The important thing is to stay true to yourself and stay true to your beliefs about this game. And, you know, that's what I'm going to do. And the important piece is to make sure that you convey the message to the players understand the message, and then you've just got to do a great job of coaching technique and fundamentals and getting your guys all on the same page, functioning as a unit. That's the challenge. And probably that's the thing that drives me and keeps me in college football and keeps me going is the challenge to get these guys playing as one.
So Big Ten and Pac-12 are obviously pretty different conferences. So I was just wondering, what adjustments do you think you'll have to make game planning, also recruiting-wise, coming from the Big Ten to the Pac-12 out on the West Coast?
Just looking at some of the film and seeing the what the thought process is with the coordinators. A little bit more open sets, a little bit less in the ground and pound type run game, you know, with multiple tight ends. You know, you see a lot more 11 personnel, which 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. You know, I do see some 12 in short yardage, meaning 2 tight ends, 2 wide outs. But the bottom line is I think they whip it around a little bit more out in the Pac-12. So, you know, that's somewhat of an adjustment, but in reality, you know, the spread offense is in vogue, and it's in vogue across the country. And, you know, each coach is trying to play to his players' strengths. And, you know, just in watching it, I see a lot of throw game that we're going to have to be multiple in our coverages, multiple in our fronts and pressures. And, you know, it's certainly going to be a challenge for our guys for sure.
We sit here and we see things, you know, when you guys get hired, we heard you call being known as Dr. Blitz. Is that a name that you like? And how legit is that? in terms of what you do?
Well, over the years, I've probably been 58 to 62% pressure on a year-to-year basis. Now, each year that changes, and you have to change with the times and have the ability to simulate pressure. And I think that's really, some people determine, 5-man rush is pressure, 6-man rush is pressure. But when you bring 4, but you bring overloads and do things like that, to the quarterback, it can feel like pressure. And I think people group that in like we're blitzing. But in essence, when you count the raw numbers, it's really not. But if the shoe fits, wear it. So we'll wear it. And, I don't know if it gives us an edge. All I know is this. I want my guys to play on the balls of the feet, not play catcher and be on their heels. And we're going to solve our problems with aggression on the field. And, some quarterbacks are different than others. Some offenses are different than others. But we certainly don't want to be static in our approach and let people get into a comfort zone and play one or two things because they've limited you down, by playing one or two different looks. We're not going to do that. And we're going to be aggressive in our approach. But I'm going to tell you, the most important thing to playing great defensive football is they run to the ball. And when they get there, they tackle people. And B, they do it as a group. We will do that. The rest of it is all window dressing. Because if you don't get that solved, then you don't have a chance to be a great defensive football team. I mean, and, obviously, I got to calm down here for a minute, but that'll be the message. Doesn't matter what you play if you don't have a number of guys at the ball on a down-to-down basis. And, that message will be loud and clear. And, the nice thing is we're multiple. Some people say, Coach, are you a 4-man front, 3-man front? We're all of it. And, we have a simple way to install it with the guys so they can understand. But the impression that the presentation that the offense gets will be multiple. So, that's our approach, and kind of excited to install it again, So it's time to get it rolling and get it rolling and get excited about it. And I think our kids will play along with it and get excited about it as well.
Thank you.
Next question, Troy Hutchison, All Sports.
Boy, I got excited there for a minute. I was ready to come up out of the chair.
Hey, DeWayne, your resume is such that you could have got back into coaching almost anywhere at your choosing. How come you chose Arizona?
Well, this is where it all started for me in college. The last 8 years I've been in the NFL, and actually we bought a house in Arizona, the Buckeye area, a couple years ago. So my wife would go back and forth, and every chance I would get, I would always come back, get out that cold weather and get into this nice weather. So for me, this was just a natural fit. I've been knowing Coach Fish for a while now. We met in 2004, and then we worked together in Jacksonville. So just having the chance to get back in a college game and help him and help this program, I thought it was a nice fit.
You said you met Jed. You met Jed in 2004. You worked with him in Jacksonville. What did you think of this young, ambitious coach when you first encountered him?
Well, a lot of coaches, I think, have the halo effect. And when I first met him and having a chance to get to know him, and then we worked together, I just always felt like he had that halo effect. And I know when we were in Jacksonville, we had breakfast one morning, we were just talking a little ball. And I said, Jed, you're going to be a head coach one day. So when all this came to fruition, I was just real happy to see him get his opportunity.
What does the halo effect mean?
Just guys that are just special. You know, I think guys like Mike Tomlin has the halo effect. I met Urban Meyer when I was a junior college coach at Mount Sac, and he was a receiver coach at Colorado State. It's just something about certain guys that just have that magic to them, and I just felt like Jed has it.